This is the type of image that you'll get from your LG CX OLED, and it is absolutely stunning. It's breathtaking, and every time I look at it, I'm absolutely blown away with the black levels and the detail. But now it's 2021 and this TV is almost a year old. Should you consider buying it now at the reduced price, or should you spend a little bit more and get the latest model? Well, let's look at some of the reasons behind both of those decisions in this video. Don't forget to hit the red button to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up and click the notification bell to get my next video first. Firstly, my friends, for full disclosure, this TV was bought at full retail value by us. We're not being asked to say anything good or bad about it. It really does help the YouTube algorithm if you would consider just giving this a thumbs up and a like, because then we can bring you more completely independent reviews, like the next one that we'll be bringing you, which will be about this, which is the brand new version of this TV. So it's the C1, and that is being delivered to us this week, and we'll start our comparison videos over the course of the next few days. Now, the reason for me making these videos almost 1 year on the eve of the new models coming out is for you guys to see whether it's worth you spending your hard-earned money on the more expensive newer versions, or whether it's worth saving money and looking at last year's model. Now, over the course of the last year, I've done something like 13 or 14 different videos about this TV, and some of those have been things that I liked about it, and some of them have been things that I didn't like. But one thing for sure, this TV was very popular. This year, in 2021, there's even more choice, because as well as the C1, there will be the A1, the B1, the G1, and the Z1, if anyone can afford that. Now, I've taken a screenshot at the top of the screen there, $17.99. That was the price that I paid in the UK for the 55-inch version of this C10. Now, you'll see from the shot below, the current price is I can pick up the C10 65-inch version for the same price. So they've come down an awful lot. And if I bought the same C10 model today, I would save £600 because it's less than £1,200. And it's a similar story across the world. This is the reason why people are looking at buying the 2020-inch version, because they're just saving so much money. And is it that much worse? Now, obviously, I'm not going to talk too much about the C1 because at the moment it hasn't arrived and we still need to do the testing on it. But we will do a complete head-to-head within the next week or 10 days of this TV, the C10 and the C1, so that you can see the difference in what effectively could be around £500 or £600 or $500 or $600. But the good thing with this C10 is that a lot of the features are going to be the same. The design is likely to be almost identical, and the settings will be too. So the HDMI 4, HDMI at 2.1 with 120Hz gaming support is going to be the same on both. The design, obviously, of the C10, in my opinion, just doesn't get old. It still looks absolutely incredible. The difference in the stands may be slight, but again, we'll do that head to head and show you. Now, I did do a video a little while ago about the best and the good things, or the good and bad things about this LG C10, and I will leave that in the description, so if you want a full detailed review, then look at that. But the main points that came from that were that the best things were the incredible picture quality, the amazing upscaling. That A9 processor definitely was a big leap forward from the previous version on the C9 and gave us incredible upscaling, as you can see from what's on the display now. And when you did put an even better source into the machine, well, then it just delivered the most incredible results. The black levels, the color levels were amazing. Now, if we were being a little bit critical, and something which may be addressed on the newer version will be that the peak brightness of this TV is still fairly low, and so that's something which was maybe a little negative. But to be honest with you, if you're watching this in a fairly dark room, well, then you're not going to really notice much difference at all, because the picture quality is absolutely incredible. Now, talking about a dark room, one of the issues that people had with this TV was the worry about things like reflections, and it's the same with most OLED TVs. We have got the Sony OLED coming in the next couple of weeks, so we will do again a video about that to see whether it's as reflective. But the C10 and the previous C versions and B versions of the LG OLEDs were all pretty reflective. And I've got a room in my house with a window directly opposite where the TV is, and if the blind is open, then it can be quite off-putting. And pretty much if you're watching anything on Apple TV, it's almost unwatchable. Now, one worry that people also have is burn-in. This is an example of a really bad case of burn-in. This isn't on any of the TVs that I've ever had. This is just what I found on the internet. Now, I'm really pleased to report, for any people that are completely worried and still worried about burn-in, I've had this TV 11 months and I've just done this test now in March 2021, and there is not the single just hint of any image retention at all. And I quite often watch programs where there's lots of fixed images, lots of colors, lots of tickers going across the screen. For instance, here with Sky Sports News, all of these things going across the screen. Sky News I have on in the background quite a lot of the time, and again, not a single sign of any image retention. And that's after 11 months, guys, so I don't think I'm going to see it now. Obviously, if you mistreat the TV and just have it on, for instance, like that guy obviously did at the beginning, CNN, why would you do that anyway? But then that obviously is going to be an issue. Now, there is pixel refresher, and that's something which I don't necessarily recommend you do. Maybe once a year if you need to, but I don't think that there's going to be any problem with image retention with this screen. A couple of other very slight niggles with this TV was the stand. If you have got this on a stand, then it's very difficult to put a soundbar in front of it because it's so low, and also it's sloping, and that you will end up losing a little bit of screen. And also, again, a very minor niggle is I don't think the cable management of this TV is anywhere near as good as some of the others that are on the market at the moment. Samsung particularly are very good, this one not so, but these are just minor niggles. What you are getting with this TV though is just amazing picture quality no matter what you're putting into it. Now, that's not going to change in the next few years, guys, so whether you save that money now and have this TV and you can go and buy yourself a PS5 with the difference between the C1 and the C10. So this TV with a PlayStation 5 or the newest TV, the C1? Well, maybe I'll be able to answer that question in a couple of weeks or a week, 10 days, once I've done the head-to-head of these two. But on its own, this is still, 1 year later, an amazing TV. So my friends, in summary, I think that given the choice of the C10 or the B10, I would definitely buy the C10 now in 2021, because I think that there's not much difference in the price now, and also you're getting that faster processor, and so therefore that will be supported for a few years more. And so although there's very little difference in the performance of the TVs now, there may well be in the future. You're getting an incredible picture, and you're saving a lot of money on the newer models, and you're also saving a lot of money when you think I paid £1,799, which was a similar amount in dollars, and now I can buy this same TV for $1,200. That is an amazing saving 11 months later. And as we did and show you in the test, there's no image retention, there's no faults. This TV has just got better. So guys, that's my thoughts on the C10. I will be doing head-to-head reviews with this and the brand new C1. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Thank you so much as always for watching, and please do consider subscribing and giving this video a thumbs up.